chosen one!
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!
Welcome to The Chosen One. I'm your host, Qui-Gon Din, and today we are looking at a very special force on Unit 101. So, we are looking at the Imperial Inquisition. So, right off the bat, we're going to get into Third Sister. She is a 4-point cost secondary character. She has an active ability, Force Jump. You spend a Force, character can jump. Bread and butter, gives her good mobility. Her best ability on her card, well, one of them, because they're all really good, is Call of the Hunt. Choose an allied Inquisitorious supporting character. The chosen character may dash, then make a 5-die attack. This is huge. This is going to allow her to really just tee up some pieces or allow your other Inquisitorious to get onto points. She is very strong for allowing them to be playmakers. She also gets deflect, which is nice when she's getting shot at because she's going to do 2 damage in response. And then she has another reactive, Your Fear Betrays You. When a character in this unit makes an attack during the modified dice step, this unit may use this ability. The attacking character may re-roll any number of dice in the attack roll up to the number of active objectives controlled by opposing players. Key note, this is not part of an attack action. While I don't know if there's a way to give her an out of activation attack yet, in the future, if we ever get that ability to do with her, this will work on all attacks, even like 5-die attacks. It's very, very solid. That reroll ability is going to make her really, really consistent. We look at her tree. She is bringing 7 melee dice, 6 melee defense, 5 range defense, with her defensive expertise being 1 to 2 is 2 blocks, 3 plus is 2 blocks, and a crit to a fail. She is one of the most tankiest and defensive secondaries in the game. I think the only secondary that might have better defensive expertise really is Aura Singh, and I think that's about it. We look at her offensive expertise. 1 to 2 is a crit and a damage. 3 plus is a crit hit damage. 4 is 2 crits, 2 damage. Fairly decent expertise. It's not like too spiky, but with the rerolls, she's gonna be fairly consistent. She is maxing out at 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 with expertise, so 8 damage. Fairly solid tree. She does a shove on 1. She's just a workhorse. On the table, she does a lot of work on the field. But what makes her really good is the splash of the Inquisitorious support. Her with either of the supports is a fairly solid package, and I think you can pick the 4th or 5th depending on what your team is doing. I do have a couple lists that we will look at down the line. So on to the Inquisitorious supports. We got 4th Sister and 5th Brother. They are both 4-point characters. They are both single unit supports. 4th Sister brings us Force Jump, Force Pull, which is for 1 force, you choose a character within range 3. You pull that character 2 towards the allied character. So pull someone within range 3, 2 towards her. It's really good for pulling people off points. She has Enfeeble Pin, which is basically a coordinated fire pin for Inquisitorious, but she has to be within range 4 of the target. Then she has Inquisitorial Mandate. She breaks ties. We all know what this does at this point. It's very solid. Breaking ties is huge in this game. And then she has Swift Retreat. Anytime she advances, it turns into a reposition. This is huge. It means even if she gets engaged, she's going to be able to just full advance out of there and get to where she needs to go. She's got the 8 stamina with 2 durability. We look at her tree. She's got a 7-die range attack with a range 4 attack, 6 dice in defense for range. She has 6 melee attack and 5 melee defense. Basic clone armor style defensive expertise. 1 to 2 gets you a block. 3 plus gets you 2 blocks and a dash. The dash is nice. Her melee expertise is 1 to 2 is a crit and a damage. 3+ crit hit damage. It's decent melee expertise, but you really want to be saber throwing with her. 1 is a crit, 2 is a crit and a dash, 3 is a crit hit and a dash. The dash on here is the important thing. She is saber throwing. She is doing Darth Maul level plays as a support unit. In my opinion, if you're playing like a more aggressive list, you probably take Fourth Sister. If you are taking a more defensive list, we get on to Fifth Brother. So Fifth Brother, 4-point cost again, single unit support. He brings us Force Repulse, which is spend 2, and everyone within range 2 gets pushed 2 away from this character. Very solid. You can clear off a point, but it's an expensive ability. Force Jump, just like Fourth Sister, he's going to get where he wants to go. He has Enfeeble Expose. This is valuable for Inquisitors because, again, Coordinate Fire Expose has been removed from most of the game. Him having a Coordinate Fire-like ability, even though it's range 4, for Expose is huge. Him with Grand Inquisitor, he's going to allow Grand Inquisitor to get further down his tree. Then we got Resolve. While this character is contesting an active objective, it gets Protection and Steadfast. With the 9 stamina, he becomes super tanky on points, and he gets really hard to displace. The weakness to Fifth Brother is he is a melee-only unit. So he has 7 dice and melee attack, 6 melee defense, 5 range defense. Standard clone armor defense, 1 to 2 is a block, 3+ is 2 blocks. And then he's got the melee expertise of 1 to 2 is a crit and a damage, 3+ is a crit hit and damage. These characters are very similar but very different. Fourth Sister is going to be your ranged specialist playmaker, but she's fairly easy to bring down compared to Fifth Brother. Fifth Brother is a lot tankier, but if he gets condition stacked, he's going to have a very sad activation because he has no range attack. If Fourth Sister gets pinned, at the very least, she has a ranged attack, so she might still be able to impact something on the board and clear her pin with her expertise and still be able to get played. So where would you like to play these Inquisitors for Fourth Sister and Fifth Brother? We got a couple lists here for you. Top list is going to be an example of a list where we're playing Fourth Sister. We got Grand Inquisitor Reba, Third Sister here. She's going to be like the star of this side of the list. With Fourth Sister, with Iden, Death Trooper Escort, and Imperial Special Forces. This list is all about mobility and the ability to hit extra hard, taking advantage of both Grand Inquisitor's identity and Iden's identity. It allows Third Sister to be a really powerful playmaker, and all of your activations in this list are fairly consistent. And then we got more of a scoring list, which takes advantage of Fifth Brother's tankiness. So we're still playing the Grand Inquisitor package with Third Sister, and then we're teaming this up with Grand Admiral Thrawn. This is a pure scoring mobility list rather than trying to go for wounds. We are playing the scoring game. Third Sister is still going to be a fairly good output piece, but it's really trying to be sticky on points and taking advantage of Grand Admiral Thrawn's mobility tricks with Fifth Brother to get him in position and keep him healed up from conditions with the ability to reserve him for free and then reposition him off of Thrawn. And then Grand Inquisitor, again, is just a mobility force refresh, which is also helpful for Thrawn's only bringing 2 force. Dark Troopers are still just really good. The fact that they can't be force pushed means they can be pretty sticky on points, and they're fairly tanky. So this has been the Inquisition for Unit 101. Stay tuned this week as we continue our series. And on the next episode of What Lists to Bring, we're going to be looking at some clones. Thank you for watching this episode of The Chosen One, a Star Wars Shatterpoint podcast. If you want to catch the next video, you can watch the one linked above, or you can just go and listen to the podcast on the playlist below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for your support.